Hey everyone, it's Dina. It's crazy. It's one of those days. My phone, I thought it died or something. Oh my gosh. And it wasn't working. And I was like, oh, don't they know I have to go live? So anyway, hi everybody. I'm so happy you're here. It's time for some lipstick because that has, for some weird reason, become my signature move, but I kind of like it. So hello. Hello, Donna, Kayla, Chandra. So I hope you guys are having a good Monday. I have to tell you, I don't know if I told you this last week, but one of the things they had us do at Onstage was we walked across stage and talked or said our name and then what we had earned for awards. And so they told me to put my lipstick on when I went up to the microphone and said my name. And so then, I must have told you this last week because then the president of Stampin' Up! Called me Dina Lipstick Rico, and I felt pretty special about that. So I thought that was kind of fun. Anyway, I hope you guys are ready. I have all kinds of exciting stuff to share with you today. It is so fun to see you guys. I love, love, love stamping with you each week. And I have a whole bunch of stuff to share. But I have to say, if there's anything you want me to share or show you, like techniques or whatnot, make sure you let me know because I love taking requests and I'm happy to do that for you. So keep me posted and try not to look at all of the mess behind me in my office. See, you cannot see any of that. I don't know about you, but as a stamper for 19 years, I've acquired a couple of things, and I've actually done a pretty good job of cleaning out, but I still have a few things to go. And I'm trying to think of what else. There's other stuff I have to tell you. Oh, so this is really sweet. So last week, my son tells me on Tuesday night, because this is only something a kid can tell you the night before it happens, right? So my son tells me, oh, by the way, I'm in Quiz Bowl. And I was like, oh, okay. And so on our local public access channel, they have this thing where the elementary schools compete against one another with Quiz Bowl. And so it just asks you all these random questions. And so he's like, I need you to sign this participation form or whatever. And so I thought, okay, that's cool. So we go down there. Well, and then, so my husband was in Germany for the last 10 days. Well, maybe just a week, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So he was in Germany and he had just gotten home, literally an hour before we have to go to Quiz Bowl. And he's kind of like, oh my gosh, do I have to go do this? And I was kind of like, well, it's up to you. And he did not go. I don't want to say he's a bad dad. He's not. He's a great dad, actually. But I was a little sad he didn't go. But I went because I don't want to say I'm a great mom. Okay, actually, I don't know how good of a mom I am, but I went to Quiz Bowl, and actually it was so fun. And I think the reason it was so fun is because Carl was so good at it. Oh my gosh. So this sweet boy who has he has his father's brain, which is scary in and of itself, but he totally nailed it. He was just on his little buzzer. And it was really sweet to watch. He was so excited. And then Shelly, I don't know if you're on here at work, but he was so excited that you watched that little clip. I posted a clip on my Facebook page of this last week. So it was really sweet. But you guys will have to laugh at two questions. So, and he got both of these wrong. One was, who invented the steel plow? And I don't know if I've mentioned this or not, but my husband works at John Deere. And the answer is John Deere. And he got that wrong. And I was a little horrified because you're sitting there as a parent in the audience and you're like, John Deere! Screaming it in my head. Not out loud because they said you can't do that. So he got that wrong. And then I'm a little embarrassed by this one. So the question was, who is the author of the Twilight series and another book? I think it was called The Host. And I was just like, I know that one too. And so he did his buzzer and then he was like, and he goes, we have no answer. It was really cute. But I was like, oh my gosh, Stephanie Meyer! Except I'm a little embarrassed that I know that. I don't know. I totally was sucked up into that Twilight frenzy back in the day. I will admit it. I was a complete fangirl. I may or may not have watched websites. I may or may not have stickers with Twilight stars on them in my office somewhere. Me and my girlfriend Deb watched them together, and I may or may not, I can neither confirm nor deny, making my husband drive all over the big island of Hawaii to get the second, third, and fourth books. It's true, not my finest hour. Anyway, so I hope I've at least given you something to laugh about so far today. That's always my goal. Okay, I hope you had a great weekend. I did. I did not work most of Saturday, which is pretty good for me. I was feeling pretty proud of that. I did take my husband shopping, and can I just say, don't ever take your husband shopping when he's hangry, because no good will ever come of it. So anyway, but we bought my son a new bed because he's quite literally grown out of his, and he is so excited, but it's not coming until after Thanksgiving, and I think he is ready right now. Oh, Susan, totally Team Edward, except in the books I'm Team Edward, but in real life I'm Team Jacob, because okay, but you did not hear me say that. I did not. Okay. In fact, can I just say one more crazy story and then we'll start stamping. So I was on Facebook, and I won't name this person, but it is a daughter of Shelley, who was posting that she took her kids to see the Justice League movie, and there's a guy on there who I think is Aquaman, but I'm not sure. And he, like, there's a picture of him shirtless. I think he was in the water. That's why I say it must have been Aquaman. And disclaimer, I've not seen this movie, so I'm not sure. Anyway, but she said something about seeing that movie and how awesome it was, and that she wanted to go see the movie, and like the other kids were like, oh, okay. And we went and saw Thor 2 weeks, well, before I left for Onstage, that weekend before Onstage, and can I just say, yummy, if you don't like superheroes, it doesn't matter, because Thor, and I'm not such a spaz, but wow. Anyway, I'm just throwing that out there for you. I think I'm done rambling about ridiculous stuff now. Okay, so today is an awesome day. First of all, the best thing that's going on is that it is online extravaganza, which is all week long, but today is just stamp sets. Well, I should say everything's available all week except today only is stamp sets. So I am really excited to share with you those stamp sets really quick, and then we're going to stamp some fun projects using at least one of the stamp sets. So my office is a complete disaster right now because I was getting ready to shoot a couple of videos for a blog hop I have going on tonight, and a blog post that I have for tomorrow, and I didn't get them done because my phone kept ringing. So anyway, Lisa, you say you keep going, you're going to have to take off your scarf. Like, because I'm so hot from thinking about Thor? Is that what you mean? Or do you mean something else? I probably should take this off because actually it's, I am hot. But, it gets in my way. I don't know. But can I just say one more thing about this? So this one I got in London when I was there last year. It's like hand painted. We got it at like a craft show kind of a thing. I got it at Covent Gardens. Sue, I think you're on here. Isn't this pretty? And I love it so much. And I was so sad because I've gone to London twice in November, and my my Facebook feed keeps popping up memories from my trips. So harsh. Oh. Just so you know, the reason I've gone to London so much is because my mother-in-law lived there. But Sue said I could stay with her, and I just might take her up on that because I absolutely 100% fell in love with London, and I love it. Oh, I love it. So anyway, let's get started. I think I just have one card, and now for the life of me, I don't know what I did with it. I have one card to share with you that I got in the mail. And it's special. I found it. It's very special because it came from another whole continent, from Tracy Bish in Australia. She sent me this card. Look at how beautiful this is. And it's so easy. She stamped the leaf from vintage leaves and embossed it in gold and then watercolored in berry burst all over it. So pretty. Oh my gosh, I love this card. So thank you so much, Tracy. Whenever you get airmail, it's kind of awesome. I was so excited to get this, and then like she decorated the envelope too to coordinate. So what a treat. Thank you so much, Tracy, and I will post this on my blog. I know I'm a little behind. Oh, and see the inside because I thought that was cute. She's got hello at the top and then another leaf. I know I'm behind in getting my posts up for Facebook Live, but they'll get there. I promise. You won't miss anything. I wouldn't do that to you. Okay, so thank you, Tracy. Now, I'm going to flip you guys around. Okay, here we go. And I actually just posted a video on my, there we go. On my YouTube channel of the stamp sets that are on special, and I'm just going to whip through these cards really quick. So these are the online extravaganza specials. There's stamp sets that are today only, and then there's a bunch of other stuff that's all week long. So today plus the rest of the week. So you have until 11:50 p.m. Salt Lake time, which is Mountain Time, to order these stamp sets. So they're kind of awesome. So the first one is Cool Treats. It's the ice cream popsicle stamp set that was out about a year ago, I think. And one of the other things that is actually part of the special are the celebration... I can't remember, but there's the Happy and the Celebrate. They're embossing folders. So I think actually I did this on a live a long time ago. So that's one of the embossing folders, and then this is the other, the Celebrate, and then the Cool Treats stamp set is on the special, so those are fun. These are also from the Cool Treats stamp set. You can see the ice cream cones are so cute. There's framelits that coordinate with that set also. Another thing that's on here is two parts. There is both the Bloomin' Love stamp set along with the Bloomin' Love framelits. So you can see this black heart and then the three flowers are from the framelits. Such a beautiful, great, fabulous, easy stamp set to get. So it's really fun. This is the Touches of Texture stamp set. Love this. Oh my gosh, Melina, I can get those for you if you want. You send me an email. All right, here is the Glad Tidings. I just got the stamp set actually last week, so of course I'm kicking myself because that was dumb, because now it's on sale this week, but oh well, such is life. But this is a card I got in a swap, and so I got this card and liked it so much that I bought the stamp set. Does that sound familiar, guys? So that happens to me too. Another thing are the coffee cup framelits, and I don't know if that's what they're called. I can't remember because my head is all blah, 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 blah. But... Did you guys ever know that I was a little spazzy? I'm just putting it out there. Anyway, these cut out the cups and like the foam and the straw and the cute little stopper that goes up there, all of that. So those framelits are on sale, and there are two stamp sets that coordinate with this. So it's a really great value. There's one in the main catalog, which is called Coffee Cafe. And then there's a second set that's in the holiday catalog called Merry Cafe. So I definitely recommend both the stamp sets and the framelits. I don't even drink coffee, and I'm all over that. So I just have to put that out there. Another is the Celebration Time framelits, which you see I've featured here. There's a coordinating stamp set that goes with it, which I think is called Celebration Time. Let me verify that. I'm looking right now in my cupboard. Actually, it might, well, I think it's in here. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, this is a stamp set that I actually have plans. I'm in the works of making an online class for. Yes, it's called Celebration Time. I have an online class coming up for this. This was featured on my blog a few weeks ago, and I really like that set. It's a lot of fun. Another is the embossing, or the cupcake framelits, something like that. It's the cupcake set framelits, and there's the word sweet and the word wish in there. There's this fun little dimensional banner that's in there. So lots of great framelits for this. And of course, there's a stamp set that coordinates, and this is, again, a card I did a while ago. This one is the detailed dragonfly framelits. Now, if you don't have those, first of all, what are you waiting for? Because they're awesome. They are on sale, and I highly recommend them. Another thing that's on sale that was on this card too are the watercolor pencils. So I love those pencils. I would not trade them for the world. So definitely get both. You can see this card is so easy. I just scribbled watercolor pencil, blended it with my aqua painter, and then put the black die cut right over the top. So both of those are special. Yay. Another is the Up, and Away framelits, and I'm not sure if that's the name of these or not. It's, you know, the hot air balloon framelits. So this is a really great set of framelits. So much fun you can make with these. It comes with the clouds, this really detailed hot air balloon, as well as the little sections that go underneath so that you can create the different colors behind there. A great, great stamp set. And this is probably one of my most favorite cards I've ever made. This is a video I did, probably, I don't know, quite a while ago. It's been a while. But this is the stained glass technique, and this is where we started using cut and seal? Is that what it's called? You know, the Glad press and seal. That's what it's called. Press and seal. I was like, cut and seal does not sound right. Press and seal. Oh my gosh. Pineapple, pumpkin, whatever. But anyway, the framelits created this card. Isn't it gorgeous? So all I did was I cut it out with black Pool Party, Bermuda Bay, and Island Indigo to get these pieces, and then I just pieced the pieces together. If that makes sense. You can do this in a variety of colors, of course, but oh, this is actually truly one of my favorite cards I've ever made, so I really like that one. The cable knit embossing folder is also on special, and look at this sweet card. My friend Lori made this for me, and it is so cute. She dressed up this little classy sweater with a whole bunch of pearls, and I think it is just so pretty. So that's really fun. This also makes ugly Christmas sweater cards really well. Okay, a few other stamp sets I don't think I've mentioned yet are the Remarkable You. We're going to use this on a card in just a few minutes. This is probably my favorite of the stamp sets that are available. It's one of the more expensive stamp sets that we have in the catalog, so that's why it's great that it's on sale. And you can see there's all these gorgeous flower images and leaf images. I've been using this a whole lot, especially since the Stampin' Blends came out, and that's what we're going to use with it today. So I can't recommend this set enough because it is, like I said, a little bit more expensive stamp set, and it's on sale, so yay. This set, Good Vibes, is another one I just got. I got it in particular for my Stampin' Blends that came out, or I shouldn't say my Stampin' Blends, the Stampin' Blends. But oh my goodness, coloring this is like color therapy to the nth degree. It is so fun to color this. So definitely, and I actually have a piece that's about 2/3 done if I can find it. I was looking for it right before I went live, but then my phone froze and I kind of freaked out a little, so I missed that. But anyway, that's a good one. the Super Duper stamp set, which is a set that I really haven't done a ton with yet, but I think it's great for lots of cards where, let's just say, you might not want to put a huge amount of effort in because the receiver might not appreciate it, but you also can't bear to go to the store and buy a card for this person because you have so many stamping supplies. Does that sound familiar at all? Anyone? I'm raising my hand. So I think this is just an easy way to make a quick, easy card with just a few stamps. So it's a great set. Heartfelt Sympathy, a wonderful stamp set. This is perfect for quick cards, for sympathy cards. I like them because they have like an outie and then an innie sentiment, you know, where you can use, you know, these things on the inside and these things on the outside, and then there's this cute little piece that goes with it. This is a set I've used so many times. Cool Treats, I mentioned that one already. Bloom in Love, I mentioned that one already. Milestone Moments. This is one of those sets that I always forget I have, but I love the font that's in them. It's so sweet. And then you can use these like Happy 16th birthday or Happy 75th anniversary. I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. You can mix and match all of these, so they're really fun to use. Oh, What Fun is a great sentiment set for the holidays. Merry Wishes is probably my favorite Christmas stamp. And Ho Ho Ho, No Peeking. These are so fun from Santa. I just love the mix of fonts that are in this stamp set. So that's a great one. Number of Years. Both the stamp set and the framelits are on special. So I don't know if you saw my blog this weekend, I made an advent calendar. They're ornaments. And so inside the advent calendar, there is a coordinating, what do you call this? Scripture for Advent, as well as an activity that you can do, and then of course a treat that I put in here. So this is kind of a fun one, and these are just made with pizza boxes and some DSP. So I had a whole blog post with a video on this on my blog in case you missed it. So both the number framelits as well as the coordinating stamp set are on special, so yay. And then a couple more. We're almost done. You're So Sweet. This is a set that was designed to go with the Sweet Treats, or let's see, Treat Bag Thinlits, I think. They've been around for a while, but the stamp set is great because it coordinates with those framelits. And like, I use this for the words a lot. Just For You is so fun. And I actually cut this out. I'll show you. You know how I like to do my stamp surgeries. So I cut the Just For You out of this banner frame, so I can use different words in here if I want, or I can use this without the banner. So I thought that was kind of clever because you know me. I love doing that. Okay. And lastly is the Touches of Texture stamp set. I think I showed a sample of this before. This is such a great set. And this too is a fabulous set for both stamping, you know, with your colored inks, the two-step, you know, process where you have the detail and the solid, or for using these outline images to do some Stampin' blends. So these are pretty awesome. Now, if I haven't said it yet, if you spend $50, you don't even have to use the host code. If you spend $50, you will automatically get 34 tutorials that feature the stamp sets that are in the sale. They are amazing, awesome, fabulous stamp sets. I've got the tutorial, so it'll go out as soon as your order comes in. In fact, I've already sent some out today. And I know I had a few more orders that I need to do it for yet, but you'll get that to give you inspiration. And even if you don't have any of these stamp sets, the cards are really pretty, whether it's a color combination, a layout, you know, a style, a way to use your DSP. All of those kind of fun features are in these tutorials. So I think you're really going to like them. It's an email PDF, so I'll send it to you right away. So watch your mailbox for that if you've ordered from me. And that goes all week. So that is my special. I'm telling you at the beginning, but I'll mention it again later. Okay, so let me get this big stack of stuff out of the way so then we can stamp, because there's so many things I have to share. Okay, I shouldn't say that. I do have some really awesome cards though. Okay. So I'm trying to make sure that this does not like all come crashing down on me. Okay, so first of all, well, can I show you a quick preview? This is going to be on my blog tonight. It's all about gift giving. And I'm only sharing this with you because I know you'll appreciate this about me. So I went to the store to get some treats, you know, so that I could package them up. And one of the things I found was this Harry and David moose something about moose tracks. It's caramel corn with there's a dark chocolate one and a, what does it say? Moose munch. Oh, well, whatever. But it is so good. So I bought it, and it came in a big thing, and I was going to send it to my good friend, Barb. Hopefully she's not watching because she doesn't know this. But when we were at Onstage together, she wanted some, and so I was going to share it with her. Anyway, so I made this little box. So in my video, I'm going to show how you can make a box to fit the gift that you want to give. So it's kind of cute. So that's kind of cute, isn't it? I like it. Anyway, all right. So that'll be on my blog tonight. Then our first project is going to be crazy easy, and you're going to wonder why you didn't think of it. Or maybe you already know, but I don't know. So I made this card, and isn't it cute? It's really, really easy. It uses Stampin' blends, and I'm going to do a slightly different color combination just because I want to, and it's my card, and I can if I want. So anyway, all right, so I've just a Whisper White card. I think this is the largest, lots of lots of labels framelit. And I'm going to just take a bunch of Stampin' blends and just draw lines going across them. So I'm going to take out my olive combo, my pool party combo. I think I did the dark pool party, and then the two colors of Bermuda Bay. So I didn't do all four. I just did the 3 of the 4. Then I've got my Night of Navy color combination. And by the way, these are in the order in which I'm going to put them down. And then I have my Rich Razzleberry combo. And then if I still have room, I'll put some of the Pink Pirouette ones. So I just kind of have a cool color combination. And actually, I got this color scheme sort of from one of the cards that we make in my Stampin' Blends class. This is actually from my teacup card, if you took my Stampin' Blends card or class. So anyway, let me show you how easy this is. I just need to get some paper to protect my work surface, because these can bleed, or they will bleed through a little bit. Now I'm using the Color Me Happy stamp set. I had to like reach down to grab it. So happy for you. I think I'm going to do oh hello at the top though, just for fun, you know, change it up a little. But you can see there's several words that will work in here. And by the way, remember how I said I opened up that package of caramel corn, and I might have mentioned that there was 3 packets. It was nice because that I could eat some while I was gifting the rest. So it was nice that they did it that way. I'm just saying. Okay. So to start with, I'm going to do my coloring. And I found it was easiest to go this way versus this way. When I did it this way, everything kind of slanted down at an angle. And I was mad. So I'm going to flip it 90 degrees, and then I think it'll be easier to color. Okay. So I definitely want to use the brush tip end of my blends. And then, like I said, I'm just going to go on the side and go just like this. Now you can do a couple brush strokes, which I think looks kind of fun. But like I said, this is so easy. Look at that. And notice, not straight, but also not leaning crooked. It gives it kind of that handmade look, which you like, you know, hand drawn. but it's not crooked like you were doing it wrong. And, oh, I just put these in the wrong order. I thought I had them right. Oh, well. Shh, we will not tell anybody. Yes, 1 for them, 2 for me. Janet, you are doing the math right. That's awesome. I'm so glad you get me. Okay, so now we're on Night of Navy. And like I said, if you want to go a couple times, you can. It will give you, you know, a little bit more definition in your color and your lines. Whatever you want. But I'm going to continue going all the way to the bottom. And I'm going to need this last color big time. Okay, so you can see that color's a little bit lighter. So how fun is that? Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. So next I'm going to take and stamp Oh Hello. I think I did not leave enough room though. So maybe this will kind of go right across the color. In this case, I think that will work. I'm going to use my black Memento ink, although it doesn't totally matter on this particular card. I just want to make sure I get a good inking of it. Really get in there. And I'll stamp Oh Hello like that. Okay, isn't that fun? And then we're going to dress it up just a touch. So I've got some black shimmer ribbon, so I'll tie a bow for the very top. And I know how you guys like watching me tie bows. Can I show you an alternate way that I just saw? So actually that looks pretty good though, doesn't it? I'll tie this one and then I'll show you an alternate. You might find this easy. So I was watching someone else tie a bow recently, and they made bunny ears and then just crossed them and created a bow. And that seemed to work pretty good too. Not bad. So that is another option for bow tying. Bunny ears, or how I did it. So there you go. Okay. This could be a good baby card because, you know, you got kind of those nice soft colors. Do you see that? It's bugging me too. Let's see if we can get rid of it with my little eraser thing. So I caught my edge because unlike me, I'm always saying trim your stamps. Did I listen to my own advice? No, I did not trim my stamp. It's not quite going away. It's better. There we go. Okay, but we're not going to fixate on it. We're going to move forward. Do you guys ever do that where you just get stuck on something and then you can't move past it? I totally do. It usually happens when I'm trying to clean or when I'm trying to find something and I can't. I usually clean and then I don't know. Okay, so there we go. We're just going to pop this up onto our card. Now the other thing that I want to do to really kind of make this kind of punch out is I want to take and add some sequins. And I've got a couple of tips for you on the sequins. So first off, we'll just pop that up on my card. So really easy. Ooh, that's how we're going to get rid of that, is with some sequins. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take my fine tip glue pen. Now here is the secret to sequins. This is a Sharpie China marker, okay? And by marker, I mean it's like a grease pencil. This is actually something that one of my customers sent me, a whole box of them, and I thought, oh my gosh. First of all, when I got it, I didn't realize it was a gift from somebody. And then I didn't know what it was. Like, why did I get these? So anyway, I got the box and I just like kept it thinking, gosh, I don't remember ordering this from Amazon, but maybe I did. But anyway, what this does is so genius. It's not even funny. It is a thing picker-upper. And by thing, I mean thing, because look, it picked up this. So in this case, sequins, but any little teeny thing that you want is really awesome. I think somebody is asking about my eraser, and yes, I've talked about this before. It's the Mono Sand Eraser from Tombow, and it erases stuff because there's sand in there, so there's like some grit to get rid of stuff. So when you saw me erasing, it's not just a regular eraser, it's got sand in it. Okay. Actually, one of my customers sent me this too. Gosh, I have the best customers, don't I? Okay, so back to my picker-upper and the sequins. So, of course, sequins are fabulous for hiding little things like this particular issue. So I will definitely put some glue right there. And then I'm going to kind of put some glue here, here, here. A couple off the page. A couple like that. I think that's, well, maybe a couple more here. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dots. I'm going to put my thingy back on. And now I'm going to put 9 sequins in here. And it's so easy with my picker-upper thingy. How cool is this thing, isn't it? And these are super cheap. She got them from Amazon. I know this because I do order a thing or two from Amazon. And so I was a little surprised when it showed up because I didn't remember ordering this particular thing. So anyway, but I love, it makes this so much easier. And these come in different sizes, by the way, in here. So this is just the metallic sequin assortment from the big catalog. And like I said, it's so much easier to pick them up with this thing, this marker dooter bobber. So, yeah, I do like that. So you can see I'm just placing my little sequins on here. And then it also helps because then you can like pinpoint which sequins you want so that you don't have to try and pick them up with your fingers. Because I know I have nimble fingers, but I mean, let's be honest, that's like hardcore. If I could get all these teeny little bits with just my fingertips. Okay, so you can see I've just added a bunch of sequins to just kind of dress this up. Isn't that cool? The picker-upper thingy is called Kelly. I will give you one when you come over. It's called the Sharpie Peel Off China Marker White Blanc. Made in the USA. So anyway, here, I think I have the box handy. Hold on. Maybe. Hold on, let me look. Yes. Look at this. The Sharpie Pro China Marker. Marks on china glass, metal, and plastic. And what they fail to mention, that's really the impressive part, is that it picks up stuff in crafting. So it's so inexpensive. So look, I have all of these. So Kelly, of course, I will give you one when you come over. Kelly helps me all the time, and she never accepts things from me. So of course I will give you one. Okay. So there you go. Isn't that fun? Okay, our next card is another fantastic card, if I can just say. This was kind of a leftover card from my Stampin' Blends class. I wanted to include it, but couldn't, just because I wanted to. I probably could have done triple the cards I did because I just loved it. But anyway, this card is so easy, but it's really fancy. And I've got a couple tips to share. I've got a couple tips to share with you on this. You know, and actually, one other thing I can say is, so, because you guys are talking about this, Alexandra mentioned another thing I have, which is I took a Stampin' Up! Stylus and I put blue poster tack on it, which, you know, is just like what you use to hang up posters on the wall. You can see it has a piece of something stuck to it, like the center of a sequin stuck to it, because this is what I used before, and this works really well also, but yeah, it's really good stuff. I will say that after a while, though, you have to get rid of the tack because it stops being tacky, and then replace it. But anyway, so those are two options. All right. So on here, this is just such a simple, beautiful card. So let me show you how I put this together. As I mentioned, it's with the Remarkable You stamp set, which actually I have over here, so hold on. I don't think I pulled the stamp out yet. Nope. Like I said, I've been using this stamp set quite a bit lately, and it's just so easy to use with your Stampin' blends. And actually, it's great for watercoloring as well. Stampin' blends is where I have just really fallen in love with it. So I'm just checking to see. Put a blob of Tombow on the end of a chopstick, let it dry, and it's tacky and picks up things. Well, that's pretty smart too, Sue. Good for you. Gosh, you guys are full of good stuff. I love it. Okay. So I'm going to ink up my water lily here and stamp it on my card, kind of like so. And of course, I want to make sure that dries really well before I start coloring it. I also am going to stamp my sentiment, which is from One Big Meaning. This is one of my favorite sentiments in this, and we're actually going to use the set again on our next card. But I'm going to take this stamp and stamp it as well. Now I'm just making sure I have it on my block straight so that I don't stamp it crooked, because there's nothing worse than having a fabulous, wonderful, amazing card and then you stamp the sentiment crooked at the end. That just makes me crazy. Okay, I think that's straight. Fingers crossed. I wonder if I blow on it, it will work. Ooh, not bad. All right, so there we go. One other thing, and I didn't check to see if this was still on the clearance rack. There is a seasonal framelit, I think. It's just a rectangle. There's also a circle, and there's a few words in there. But that's been on the clearance rack for a long time. It was in the holiday catalog 2 years ago. Anyway, that's got this gorgeous rectangle, which I always use with this or other similar images, and it creates a frame, which I just love. I've done several videos on it, but it's been a little while. Anyway, whenever I stamp this, that's all I can think of is to do that with it. So anyway, now to color this in, I'm going to use the Calypso Coral Stampin' Blends, which come again in the combo with the dark and the light. I'm just making sure I have them, as well as the rich razzleberry ones. And then of course the Old Olive. All right, so here we go. I gotta sit down because this is the kind of job you do sitting. Normally I stand when I'm shooting my videos. So, all right, I'm not gonna see any of the comments for a little bit, so holler at me when I'm almost done if you miss something. Okay, first of all, I personally like to work from dark to light when I do my Stampin' Blends. That's just my approach, but sometimes I alter it a little bit. So right now I did some dark with my Old Olive. I also find that I've been using the bullet end quite a bit, especially on my darker colors, and then I blend with the brush end just to kind of blend that out, and then that's the lighter one. And then if I need to come back and just add a little bit more definition in there, I can. Okay, so there's my stem. Wasn't that like invigorating? Let's get to the good stuff. Now, I remember how I just said I like to go from light to dark, or from dark to light. I'm going to change my mind a little bit about that, and I'm going to go from light to dark on this one. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to work in kind of sections. So I'll do maybe 3 of my petals. Okay, there's my lighter color that I kind of did the whole thing with. Then I'm going to come back and do my dark. And you might be confused as to why I'm doing it this way, but I think it'll make sense in a little bit. Okay, so there is some dark. I'm going to blend it a little bit. And then I'm going to add the darker color of Calypso Coral. And then I'm coming back and kind of going over the whole thing and blending. Isn't that cool? The other thing I did in here, I believe, and we're going to try this out quick just to make sure, is I think I put a little bit of pumpkin pie in there just to kind of jazz it up. Okay, so that looks pretty blended. We're gonna, woo! Oh, I just dropped my cap. Dang it. And then we're just gonna add a little bit more dark at the bottom to really make it dark. Now, isn't that a gorgeous kind of color blending that are probably two colors you might not necessarily put together? And yes, I'm looking for the cap that fell because I can't leave it off. Ah! Of course this would happen during my Facebook Live. Shoot. I don't see it. Okay. We're going to keep going. I don't know what to do. All right. So let's continue on. And so I kind of like having the lightest color on there just so I have an idea of where I'm going. And then where I can continue. Okay, so I go light, then I'm going to keep blending up. And one of the things I always do is go back over the color I just did. But when I'm changing colors, I don't do that as much. Okay, and then to really help it blend, I'll finish it off with the color I started with. Okay, and that gives it that beautiful color. And then if I need to, I can actually add a little highlight of pumpkin pie. I kind of like adding that little touch in there. I don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna do a few more petals here. And because this is such a sketchy flower, you know, like not that it's on the wrong side of town or anything, but that the flower is a sketchy pattern. I'm being kind of generous with my coloring, as in I don't really care if I go outside the lines too much, just because that's sort of the nature of this flower. Sometimes you don't want to go outside of the lines, in which case you want to go up to the black line but not over it. And that will help you get a better blend without going out of the lines where you don't want to go outside of the lines, if that makes sense. Okay, and again, whenever I go on to the next color, I'm always going back over the color I just did. I do that a little less though when I'm changing onto it, my next color, because I want that next color to be visible as well as the color before it. Okay, and then the last is to go over the whole thing again so that it blends. And look at that last step really makes the difference. Okay, and then one more final last step is if you want to highlight that really dark section once more with your darkest marker, you sure can. Okay, isn't that gorgeous? So let's work on this part of the flower. I'm going to... Who's mad that I can't find my lid? Dang it. That is not good. So have you guys tried the blends yet? Are you in love with them? I really am. I think they're so pretty. And they're really good for people who especially haven't tried alcohol markers because they're so easy to use. They're not too fussy. I think Copic markers are just a little fussier to play with and get good results with. So I've really enjoyed working with these a lot. I do have a few Copic markers, and like I said, I've been really pleased with the results I'm getting with the Stampin' blends. And what are your... Drop another lid and I'll find it. I know, seriously. What are your favorite colors of the blends? Mine are for sure Pool Party and Bermuda Bay. But those are my favorite colors of Stampin' Up! Inks as well. I already told Stampin' Up! We needed more colors. So she just kind of, the home office employee, when I was at the home office, she just kind of looked at me and smiled. So I hope that means that they're in the works, but I have no idea. She wouldn't, of course, tell me anything specific. But, oh, look at how beautiful that is. I want to put the cap on. So anyway, I'm still just like looking below at my feet, hoping that I'll see my cap, but it is not looking good. I hate that. Oh, I found it. Okay, hold on one second. Yay, it was under my, I have one of those rolling carts. Rich Razzleberry. Okay, it was on the floor. So thank you guys. Okay, I agree. I would never have thought these colors would blend together, but look at how fancy they are. I mean, it really is pretty. Now, you can take this up one more notch if you want, and that is by adding the color lifter. So this is just clear ink, and what it does is it kind of just adds highlights. So I'm just going to put this kind of on the tips of my petals. And it's one of those things too where it kind of shows up. I like to think of it as like magic ink, because you don't always see the detail immediately, but then as it dries, you're kind of like, ooh. Okay, and it does sometimes pick up a little color, but not often. Usually it comes right off, so that's nice. It won't mess things up. So isn't that beautiful? I really like this. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is... who else thinks this just has to have some clear Wink of Stella on it? My sample doesn't have any, but, well, actually, before I do that, I do want to show you one other feature. So if you look, can you see a difference between my two at all? Do you see any difference? A gold star goes to whoever can see what the difference is between these. There's one thing in particular I'm looking for. So, anybody? All right, so the difference between these is there is a little bit of smoky slate on the bottom edge of this flower. It gives it just a little shadow, and you might think that's not much, but actually I think it really does help. Okay, so what I'm going to do is be very careful. Now this is, let me verify, the light smoky slate, because as you can probably imagine, you can get a little heavy-handed with this and you don't want that. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit of a shadow on the underneath side. This is also the side that's going to, like if my light source is coming down like this on my flower, this is the shadow side. So this side is the bright side and this side is the shadow side. So what I'm doing is just kind of adding a little shadow, okay? And you can actually add it up here and just a little right there. And what this does is it just kind of adds a little something. Now I also like to kind of soften that shadow just a little bit with my clear ink so that it's not too like liney. I hope that even makes sense to you. It might not, and that's okay. And this just sort of blends it out just a little bit. But I think this really kind of makes your whole image pop even further. So I like that. Okay. And then of course, we're going to Wink of Stella it. Of course we are. So I'm just going to put that all over. And the Wink of Stella doesn't pick up the alcohol marker, which is lovely. It might pick up your black ink pad, but since this has been dry for a long time, we should be good. Okay, and then just again, having that little shimmer. I don't know if you're catching the shimmer there. You can see it a little bit. Is really pretty. Okay, so let's put this card together because it's pretty easy from here. The hard part has been done. And look, you can see on the back, there's lots of color showing through. Okay. So I haven't seen any questions that I missed, so shout them out if I missed anything. Now, what's also cool about these is when I blended these colors together, I kind of got fresh fig out of here a little bit with the rich raspberry. So what's kind of nice is it really helps kind of give you like a melding of the colors. So like you can use them with more than one color of cardstock. So I like that when I put the warm Calypso Coral with the cool rich raspberry, the fresh fig is sort of the color that emerged from there. And what did I just do with my fresh fig panel? Oh, it's already adhered to the back of my card. Seriously. Oh, sometimes I wonder about myself. Okay, I heard someone, I didn't hear, I saw that you said you wanted splatters. I know. Well, okay, can I actually tell you a funny story about the splatters? So I was trying to decide whether or not these markers would do splatters, period. So if you look really close on my sample, you can see there are splatters, and let me show you. Because, oops, I gotta not do this quite yet. Hold on. Oh, where is my silicone mat? I don't see it. I think I had it out for something earlier. Hopefully this will not stick to this panel right here. So if you look really close, can you see these little splatters here? There are just a little. What I was trying to do was see if these markers would splatter, and they don't really. So let me show you. I'm going to smack it pretty hard on here. Well, oh, maybe I spoke too soon. They do splatter just a little, not a ton. But I'm careful to do this because I don't want to waste all my ink in those necessarily. But yep, I did get some splatters. They're pretty subtle though. I did speak too soon because that one splattered way better than that one last time. Oh well. Okay, so I think, Donna, you just said this set is on back order. It won't be long because we make our own stamps, so that's never a long. Stamp sets aren't ever on back order for very long. And I would kind of expect that only because this is such a great stamp set, and I think it's worth a few extra days. It won't take long to get them back. So now what I've done is I've wrapped my ribbon around my card twice, and I just stuck it down on my paper. Oh good, it didn't stick permanently. That is good. And then I'm going to tie a bow. But first I'm going to stick it to my card so that I don't stick it someplace I don't want it. Let's see if I can get it on here straight. I'm trying to hold the ribbon taut while I place this on my card. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I love the crisscrossing ribbon. And I'm just going to tie a bow. So my favorite way to tie bows, especially on a card such as this, is to do it upside down. Okay. The other thing is, well, I think upside down works the best. And then I'll just kind of fiddle with it till my bow is the right size and shape. And then I'll trim off any excess that I might have. So there is my card. Isn't that cute? And I love this thinner ribbon. You can do a little extra on there. And it's not thick. The post office won't freak out about it. So that's always good too. so pretty. Oh my gosh, Nicole, this is a great set. Oh my gosh, it just screams blends. So there you go. Okay, so there's my next card. Now this next card is so easy, and you could do it in a whole bunch of color combinations. I'm doing lemon, lime, twist, and black, which is, of course, is amazing. But this features hold on, Cheers to the Year stamp set. I have an online class coming out for this one next week, and I finished up the projects this weekend, and I'm so excited about them. Now, what I love about this class is that the cards are not, there's a couple Christmas cards, but the rest of them are totally different all occasions. So I've got like a wedding card in there, obviously, or an anniversary. I've got thank you cards. I've got a birthday card. I've kind of got a little bit of everything in here. So I really like that. And I love, okay, this is so cute. But you can make New Year's, all kinds of stuff out of here. So and sorry, I'm just running back because I saw a question. Remarkable You is the name of the stamp set, and it comes with these and these. So pretty. By the way, this card is super cute, or super perfect for sympathy. Just saying. So there you go. Okay, so back to this card. This is Cheers to the Year. So let me show you this because it's so simple. You're not even going to believe it. I don't think you're going to believe it. Maybe you will. First of all, I want to make sure they're clean. They are. Whew. All right. So, like I said, I'm using one of the most awesome color combinations, which is lemon, lime, twist, and basic black. Those colors are fantabulous together. Let me get rid of my blends. Oh, I'm so happy I found that cap. I'm not going to lie, that had me kind of worried. Okay. So on this card, I'm going to just take and do this by doing these circular images, kind of going down the line. And do you see where I'm going here with this? You could do this with any color combination. And black. Oops. Do you ever do this? Does this ever happen to you? Let me show you what you do. So you just put it back in and snap it closed. Our stamps are quite hardy. It's pretty easy to fix. Okay. Next, as I drop my stamp, I need my black. Where did I put it? Here we go. I'm going to take the other circular image here. And I love these circles. Oh my, I could make cards like this all day long. So now here, I'm going to kind of do the same thing. I'm just going to add circles going down the line like this. And do you see the big smudge? Ugh! Don't worry, we're going to cover it up. So isn't that cute? Okay. Next, I have a little strip of cardstock, which perfectly covers up the big smudge I made, and that made me mad. And then I'm going to use another image from that One Big Meaning stamp set I used just a minute ago. So this is another one I've done my stamp surgeries on. So I took this image and cut it separate. You can, oops, it's this one right here. Actually, I think I've pretty much cut all of these apart, almost all of them. But what I'm going to do with this is ink up, thanks. Stamp it on here. And I apologize for 1 second for what I'm about to do. I'm downstairs, Carl! My son just got home from school. Okay, so I'm going to place this on my card, popped up, of course. But first I'm going to layer it up just a little. And I think this would make a great set of cards as a gift. You could put them in an acetate box. And it would be a really nice Christmas gift. And people always need cards. So you could make some that said thank you, some that said thinking of you, some that said happy birthday, etc. Because I think this background is just so perfect for that. I thought he would come running down here. He'll probably be mad that I'm telling you this, but I was really upset. So I told you my husband was in Germany for work last week. He brought Carl home a stocking cap that says Germany on it. It's just like the colors of the flag, and then it's got like the German emblem, you know, that's on there. And one of the kids on the bus called him a Nazi. I was pretty ticked off. Let's just say that warranted a call to the principal. Oh, that happened last week, so I was really mad. Okay, so now I'm going to layer this up. You did not hear that from me, though. But sometimes you just have to say these things to other moms who get it. Okay. My sweet Carl. My little quiz bowl Carl. Okay, so there is my card. Now, don't you think we should dress it up just a teensy bit? Because I have a really good idea. Except I'm a teeny tiny bit worried. Oh no, here they go. So I've got my little, I know, kids. Oh, your dog started barking. That's funny. They think you're in the house. So I'm going to take and just add some black rhinestones. Mom? Hi, sweetie. I'm live.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to say hi to the ladies?
Oh, hi, ladies. What's up?
They're saying hi.
Did I give you permission? Yes.
Stick your head under there and say hi.
No, okay. Yo, what up, children?
You goofball. He's wearing his German hat. All right, here, can I show him?
Oh, okay.
Here it is. Ooh, you've got crazy hat hair, mister. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here is my card. They're all saying hi. Look it, great job last week. Hey, Carl, they're all saying hi.
Oh, yeah.
That's Andy's mom, Jenny.
What? No way.
And there's Kelly. You know Kelly.
Yeah. Hi, Carl. Oh, thank you, Wanda.
Aw. And Wendy, she's in my downline.
Hello.
And Alexandra's in my downline.
Oh, hello. See, Arl.
So anyway.
Very cool. Thank you.
Hey, can you do
Australia?
Yes! Sherry is from Australia. I have people from all over the world who watch me. Can you even believe that?
Yeah.
You can? I can't.
You're 44th in the world.
I am.
What?
Oh
yeah.
They found the rest of my caramel corn. No, that's it. That's all that's left. Oh my gosh. Do you guys? This is a nice little break with my kids. Okay. Bye-bye. I gotta wrap this up.
Oh, if people are wondering why can they say congratulations, Carl, I won a trivia contest.
Yes. Oh, I told them all about it at the beginning.
Oh, nice.
Yes. I told them all about the John Deere. I told them about the Stephanie Mai. Yes, the Twilight. Oh my gosh.
Oh, the ballet.
Yeah, actually that was a funny one. So one of the questions was,
what's the movement? What's the movement of like bending the knees in ballet?
Yeah,
plie.
The answer is plie, and all the kids in the quiz bowl were boys, and they're all looking at each other like, I don't know. And so nobody could answer the plie. I thought that was pretty funny.
The craziest one was the Toy Story one.
What was that?
It was like, who is the main human human character? And it sounds like the buzzer's on your side, but it's not. So I accidentally said Woody, but it's incorrect. So they said Woody. Oh, by the way, for teachers out there, bring up that for students not copying their thing, so it's wrong. Okay. And anyway, it automatically
my son
technically went to me, and I got it right with Andy.
So what was happening is that he was just quick on the buzzer, and then he wasn't necessarily hearing the whole question. And then he'd answer really fast, and I was like, slow down, because I didn't want him to answer wrong, you know. Anyway, long story short, he ended up getting it because they answered what they thought was the right answer, but it was the wrong answer, and then it came back to Carl's team, and then they got it right. So it was cool. All right, both of you out of here. Oh my gosh. Ella, Carl, and my dog are all in my stamp room, and let's just say it's not that big. Okay, so here is...
I took her out.
Oh.
When I got home.
Okay. Anyway, here's my card. Oh my gosh. Wasn't that fun? So let me bring in all of my projects. I've got the Oh Hello stripes. And here is a slightly different version for you. Just a little different colors. And then I just changed the stamp on here. And then it is a party in my craft room. Not necessarily the party I was hoping for, but it's a party. Then, sorry, I'm getting my markers put away. Let's see. Uh-oh, where did my other card go? Here we are. Then the Stampin' blends with a little shimmer and a little sparkle or a spritzer on here. So, okay. So this week, remember, it's online extravaganza. If you go to my blog, which is thecreativitykave.com, thecreativitykave.com, you can see all the stuff that's on the online extravaganza sale. And that is going all week long. But today only are the stamp sets that are discounted. Now, they almost never discount stamp sets. So that's kind of a big deal, okay? So online extravaganza. And by the way, if you are in a different country, you might not have the same stuff that we have in the US. So keep that in mind in case you are watching this from another country. Just full disclaimer, all week stamp sets, today only. And then again, on my blog, if you look, every single thing that's on the special all week and today there's a picture so you can see what it looks like, because sometimes when you read the words, you're just like, I can't think of what that is. I even had to look a couple of them up. So anyway, and then if you spend $50, and it doesn't have to be the online extravaganza stuff, it can be whatever, those orders get a 30 project tutorial PDF emailed to them. And then I also have, this is one of the cards from the stamp set Cheers to the Year. That's an online class. And wait for it. Also coming out today, I didn't quite hit send yet, but also City of Bethlehem. You asked, I listened. That will come out, both of these will come out on December 1st. So check that out. And there will also be a card buffet. And card buffets are actually one of my best deals in online classes, because there's so many different choices. And I'm going to have a thing where if you get the card buffet with the City of Bethlehem, you'll get a discount. So yay. If you have any questions, of course, let me know. All of this will be on my blog, and I'm going to try and get today's Facebook Live up as soon as possible, like maybe even tonight if I possibly can, just so that you can see all the good stuff. Thank you guys so much for stamping with me. I will be back next Monday. Yay! Next Monday after Thanksgiving. How is it Thanksgiving, you guys? Oh my gosh. Well, I would just like to say happy Thanksgiving to all of my American friends. And truly, I am so grateful and blessed to be part of your lives in stamping. Thank you so much for bringing me into your homes and video screens and families. And I hope that I have blessed your lives as much as you have blessed mine. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and we will see you again next week. Bye.